What's up everybody, Ian Marker here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about whether or not you should add hanging into your routine for shoulder mobility. First thing that you need to consider when you think about adding hanging is what type of hang and what degree of shoulder flexion. To make a long story short, yes, hanging is great. We love reaching, getting that shoulder blade to protract on the rib cage, getting the rib cage to retract backwards. Improving that relationship is going to do a ton for your shoulder mobility. Now, if you start off with this much shoulder flexion, you can't get higher without going to your ribs, having shoulder pain, needing to come all the way out here to get a little bit higher. And then all of a sudden, you hop up and start hanging from this. It's not gonna go so well, okay? So that's as simple as it gets. Being able to hang, you need to have at least close to that shoulder flexion. So let's go over starting with the hardest, and then we'll show you some easier options. First and foremost, any grip. They all have value. So if I wanna grab a little bit wider, I can grab a little bit wider. If I wanna go a little bit more narrow, it's gonna require a little bit more of me. One of the big things that we wanna make sure is that we're not stuck in extension, our ribs aren't flared up. We wanna be able to maintain a good relationship between this as if this was staying long, so that when we're up there, we're not crunching, but we're also not crazy extended and feeling our lower back work. And that's probably gonna be the most common thing that happens here. Now, with your hanging, there's two options here too. We can do what we would think of as a passive hang, where we just kind of let it take us. So I'm just letting it elevate my shoulders, letting it stretch me out. And then we can also do what we would think of as an active hang. So as I'm here, I'm gonna pull my shoulder blades back and down, and then I'm gonna be able to hold there. Couple of cues that you can think about doing. We can actually do different isometrics of pulling the bar apart, pulling the bar in. You can pull one apart, pull one in. You can think about screwing and breaking the bar. There's all kinds of different ways to kind of change up the tension and change the stimulus that you're getting from this. That's how you're gonna do hanging completely overhead. That's the hardest one. Now let's transition into going over some of the other options that will be a little bit more accessible if you're struggling with your shoulder mobility. So what are the solutions for the person that doesn't have full shoulder flexion? This person that gets stuck here doesn't mean you can't hang, just means you need to find the right progression for you. So here we are. This could be a barbell, this could be a TRX. There's really endless options. And you'll just notice that I'm not completely overhead, but I'm just to here. I can walk my feet up a little bit, use some of that body weight, and then instead of squeezing my shoulder blades back, I can just relax and let it pull me out. I can look straight so my chest stays open. Take a nice relaxing inhale. Long exhale, staying tall. And I can just own this position. You'll be surprised how hard it gets, especially when you get closer to a minute. And that is a great way to kind of add a couple of hangs in. One of the things that I would do, and we're going to suggest this for all of them, is I really like this as a till failure with good form at the end of a session. Kind of almost think like a post-session stretch to really lengthen everything out that you just worked. Now, what about the person that has even less than 90 degrees? Meaning when you get up to about shoulder height, it starts hurting, it doesn't feel great. This person's probably gonna work on a low reach. Now, I would actually suggest doing your low reach with your palms up, and any of the versions that we did could be done mixed grip, palms up, palms down. But this one's super simple. Barbell, TRX, whatever it is, you could set it up, and you would just lean back into it. You'd make sure that you're looking straight. Straight in this situation is actually up. So try not to look here, because one of the big things that we want is to keep our chest open when we're hanging and not bring it down like this. So by holding that back there, same thing. Good relaxed inhale, good exhale. Let it reach you, pulling your shoulder blades away from your spine. 5 to 10 breaths is a great start for this person. 45 seconds is great. And then a really solid 60 seconds where all of your fingers stay on it, meaning like you're not just kind of getting weak on the pinky. A lot of people will struggle with their left pinky staying on. They'll be really heavy on this. That's going to be a great way for you to really pull yourself open in a way, get some quality breaths that'll expand your rib cage and start building up your strength too. Again, it's sneaky hard and you're getting strength from the hand all the way through the shoulder. It's a great way to train your rotator cuff. If you have any questions about that, please let us know.